Hello, I have decided that today is a good day for a race. Welcome to my channel. I just couple over the last couple days I've been learning how to play red, white, and blue racing. It took me like 3 total videos and 4.5 hours to get through all of it as I was learning things. I'm feeling quite a bit better than compared to where I had been feeling. So right now we're gonna try another race and see how it goes. I don't even know what I want to race. So we're gonna do how's this sound? How about we run at Watkins Glen? That sounds good. I don't have a good name for the race. It is a 22 turn race, 355 total miles. So that means this is, yeah, I should have been much more prepared for this, but this is how we're going to do it. I'm just going to run it. And if you want to watch, you want to watch. That sounds great. So, if you watched the race last time at the Great Wolf Lodge 400 that took place up at the Pocono Speedway, Brad Keselowski ended up coming out as the top driver. I've decided that I'm going to make him a TV driver regardless. If he comes out in my shuffle of drivers, great. He's one of those drivers. If he doesn't, he's going to be an additional driver that I end up adding to the group. Just because, you know what? If you want to race, you're probably on TV. As I spill all my cards. I'm really bad at shuffling these tiny cards too. Hopefully my microphone's not as blown out this time around. That was no fun last time. But you're going to get to sit here and watch me do all my bookkeeping, all that fun stuff, and then listen to me complain. At some point, maybe I'll end up getting around to keeping, um, I'll end up streaming rather than just recording so that people can tell me I'm doing things wrong. That probably would be worthwhile. But at the moment, this is just kind of where we're going to stand. Like I said, we are going to do the 2010s Watkins Glen International. I am using the 2010 stars set that came with my game. 22 turns means it gets split 3 ways. This is a 22 turn race. Let me write that down with my pen that I can't get to come out. What did my kids do? There's 22. And if that's getting split into thirds, I guess we're just going to go 7, 7, 8. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our thirds of the race are going to end up after being after lap 7, lap 14, and then the end of the race there at 22. This is a road course. So it also means for the first time I've got modifiers on both my escape rating, or no, not on the repair, but on the escape rating. Uh, I'll admit, because I didn't have that last time, I don't really remember how that works. I think it just means that I get to add one to my escape rating that they end up needing on their chart. Remember to modify a driver's rating by escape on the track card. Okay, yeah, so I'm just adding 1 to their escape. So they get +1 because this is a road course. It's probably because there's less walls and all that kind of stuff. So the first thing we're going to do, last time my first video was figuring out race week and did that kind of on its own. Today, we're just going to do it, and we're going to include it in this video, and I'm going to get it right. So right now, we're rolling for our TV drivers. There are only going to be three TV drivers, but if Brad Keselowski comes out in this group, he'll be part of those 3. If he doesn't come out, we're going to end up having 4 TV drivers. So I'll end up writing these guys down on my little paper, wherever I ended up putting that thing. I need a new pen because this pen, my kid's broke. Here's a pencil. That looks great. I can then fix any mistakes I make. Sounds great. Last time I also didn't have any feuding or fuming drivers, so we're going to see how that ends up working out. So we've only got 3 drivers coming up here. I hope I shuffled this well enough. 1, 2, 3. The first driver that comes out is considered a gold driver regardless. Then everybody else kind of gets placed wherever necessary. Casey Mears. Previous week's winner and race winner from the previous year. First driver gets gold trophy for the race and pole position. First driver? Is that right? See? Here I thought I was going to get this all perfect. My little cheat sheet. I thought I was good to go. And now I'm looking things up again. Roll the dice, add them together. We got a 3. Yeah, so he is considered the gold driver. So our first guy to come out is going to be our gold driver. Is that first card. Gold driver gets pole. Right? No. How does... Gold driver. What does that mean? What is blue position? Bubble or blue? Well, my cheat sheet doesn't make sense to me. So it might be because of a mat or something like that. So we're just going to double check it here. Roll the 2 metallic dice. Race week. Race week. Roll on the race week TV chart for each driver using and place drivers according to the text. Note that the first driver is always considered a gold trophy. Oh, right. Okay. That makes more sense. Got it. So here's our guy. Our number one, our top person to come out here was Casey Mears, right? Casey Mears. Why am I feeling so dumb? Gold trophy gets pole or blue die position in top group. Silver or bronze trophy gets blue die in top group. Placement A, placement B. Each of the TV drivers can be placed in a leader pole. Roll. Yeah. Okay. Yes. So Casey Mears is considered a gold trophy driver. He gets a 5. Or I'm sorry. No. Roll red, white, and blue dice. Red, white, and blue dice to get placements. 1 and 1 is an 11. 1 and 1 is 11. That's TV event X. TV event X. Red, white, blue. Boom. Dude, we got another 11. TV event Y. Let's keep going. We got a 23. Driver calls out opponent. Placement C. Mr. Casey Mears gets top in middle. Right? Right? He got a placement C. Trophy driver gains blue die in the middle group. Placement C. Gains blue. Roll them. Placement C gets blue die in the middle group. Okay, so that's a 4. Mr. Casey Mears called out a driver with a 23 on number Y, so he gets placement C. He gets the 4th spot in the middle group. Middle group. Yes. Casey Mears starts right there. Our next driver, Eric Almirola, is a 46. Hot weekend laps, placement B, gold or silver. He is not gold or silver. Placement B plus a performance chip. So placement B is 2. He is a regular driver. He's a placement B. He gets the number 2 spot in the top group. How about you, Eric Almirola? And you get yourself a performance chip. That's a nice start, sir. Right? I'm making sure I'm getting that right. Placement B on a 46 roll is a hot weekend laps. Placement B plus a performance chip. He does not get placement A because he's a bronze trophy. And then our last driver here is Denny Hamlin. Mr. Denny Hamlin. 56. Hot weekend laps. Placement B plus a performance chip. And he's a gold driver, so he gets placement A. He just gets top position. Denny Hamlin takes top position. Plus, he finds himself with a performance chip. What we also need to do is get Mr. Brad Keselowski in here since he won, and we need to swap out for our TV drivers. I should have put these in order, but like a dummy, I did not. So you get to watch me look through my deck of cards. Dale Earnhardt, Michael McDowell, Matt Kenseth, Daniel Suarez, Kyle Busch. At least I'm only having to pull 4 of these. Casey Mears, Ricky Stenhouse, Greg Biffle. Here's Denny Hamlin. Boop. Here's Casey Mears. Boop. And then we're looking for Brad Keselowski too. There's only 4 TV drivers. That's a baby amount. I make for really good TV, don't I? I'll be curious. I'm kind of excited to see if any new drivers make it in that were not in last race. Because this is only my second time through, and my race week is taking way longer than it should be. Because I'm just so excited to start going that I didn't even consider doing the prep work to be ready. Brad Keselowski. Hello, sir. Where are you going? We're going to have to roll for you, too. Here's my TV drivers. Casey Mears in 14th. Eric Almirola in 2nd with his performance chip. Denny Hamlin in 1st with his performance chip. And Brad Keselowski, we're rolling for you, sir. That is a 65. 65 is a TV interview. TV interview. I guess I re-roll for another chart. I guess I'm just going to re-roll red and white, and we'll keep the blue. It's a 46. The conditions, I don't think they were ideal, but we just got to adjust it and come up with a plan. Placement C. Placement C. Trophy gets blue in the middle. Brad Keselowski is getting number 5, starting right there. Brad Keselowski coming in at 16th place to start. Now we're going to go through and do our fast qualifiers. Let's see who went fast here at the Watkins Glen International Speedway. We've got 4 total fast qualifiers. 1, 2. My cards. 3, 4. Okay, 4 of them. Gold goes to the highest in top. Silver goes to highest in top. Bronze goes to highest in middle. And none goes to next position in the bottom. None of these guys are even going to the bubble stack because these were all fast drivers. Daniel Suarez, you're going there to the bottom. You're the fastest of the bottom because you don't have a trophy. Kevin Harvick is a gold. He's going to start in 3rd place. Justin Haley, new driver, did not drive in the last race. He's going to start down there in 21st. And Landon Castle, a bronze. Bronze is going to start in the highest in the middle. 8th place for Landing Castle. Now we're going to find our slow drivers. We have two total slow drivers. What is happening? 1 yanda, 2 yanda. It's a nobody. You did not qualify, good sir. Ty Dillon did not qualify. And Jeff Burton, you're a bronze driver. Bronze driver gets next position in the bubble. Well, there's so many bubble guys here. We're going to have to see what ends up happening. Uneventful qualifiers. So these are the guys that, whatever. The qualifying was fine. Was fine. David Reagan is a bronze. He gets top in the bottom. Reagan Smith, highest available in the bubble. This is our bubble stack. So we're just going to build our bubble stack like this. We're going to build them face down, and then we'll pick up the stack that way. It's probably not the right way to do it, but Eric Jones on the bubble. Ricky Stenhouse, bronze into 10th. David Gilliland, bronze into 11th. Greg Biffle, silver, goes in the top. Hold up. David Reagan, Ricky Stenhouse, and David Gilliland all go actually in the bottom, not the middle. I keep thinking about because I don't have a card or a playmat yet. Those guys go there in the bottom. Bottom, not the middle. This is the middle, top, middle, bottom. We've got a silver. That was Greg Biffle. Silver goes into the top in the middle. He's 9th place. Sorry, gentlemen. You're all the way down there. Carl Edwards gets a top gold. Matt Kenseth into 10th place. No, you're not 2 drivers. We missed somebody. They stuck together. It's Casey Kane into 10th place. Matt Kenseth into 11th place. Dale Earnhardt Jr. into 12th. Mark Martin into 13th. AJ Allmendinger, bottom group. Martin Truex Jr., TV driver from last week. We've got a bronze of Paul Menard. We've got a bronze of Alex Bowman. We've got Dave Reitman. He's on the bubble. We got a bronze of Austin Dillon. We've got a gold of Kurt Busch. Top group. We've got one Pablo Montoya. We've got Jeff Gordon starting in 6th place. Got Brian Vickers down here. He's going on the bubble. We got a bronze of Michael McDowell. A silver of Kyle Larson. And now our silver group is full, so everybody else is going on the bottom here. Or Chase Elliott in the 7th. Everyone else is going on the bottom. Danica Patrick finds herself in whatever place that is. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28. Brad Keselowski, I have to take you out because I already did you. I'm so prepared. Marcos Ambrose goes down there. Chris Buescher. So this is my brain. I need that mat so bad. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Bobby Labonte on the bubble. 31, Matt DiBenedetto. 32 is Clint Boyer. 33 is Tony Stewart. 34 is Jimmy Johnson, way in the bottom of the pack. 35 is Kyle Busch. 36 is Ryan Newman. 37, Joey Logano. 38, Trevor Bayne. He goes to the bubble. 39, Jamie McMurray. 40 is Ryan Blaney. And then 41st, Jeff Burton. Regan Smith in 42nd. And Eric Jones in 43rd. Dave Reitman, Juan Pablo Montoya, Brian Vickers, Bobby Labonte, and Trevor Bayne failed to qualify. this is our race at Watkins Glen International Speedway. I'm just going to write driver numbers this time around because it's easier that way. Starting your pole position, Denny Hamlin, Eric Almirola in second. Third is Kevin Harvick. Fourth is Carl Edwards. Fifth is Kurt Busch. Sixth, Jeff Gordon. Seventh, Chase Elliott. Eighth, Landon Castle. Ninth, Greg Biffle. 10th, Casey Kane. 11th, Matt Kenseth. 12th, Dale Earnhardt Jr. 13th, Mark Martin, the 55 car. 13th, Casey Mears. No, 14th is Casey Mears in the 13 car. Martin Truex Jr. in 15th at the 78. Brad Keselowski in the number 2, last week's winner. In the 16th position, Paul Menard in 17th. Alex Bowman in 18th. And Kyle Larson in 19th, rounding out that middle group. Pulling up the bottom is Daniel Suarez, Justin Haley, David Reagan, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Dave Gilliland, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Dillon, Michael McDowell, Danica Patrick, Marcos Ambrose, Chris Buescher, Matt DiBenedetto. I think I've got that saying that right now. 15 is Clint Bowyer. 14 is Tony Stewart. 48, Jimmy Johnson. Kyle Busch, 18. Brian Newman, 39. Joey Logano, 22. Jamie McMurray. Ryan Blaney. Who did I miss? I missed somebody. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. Did I forget somebody? 43? It's 43. It would be Dave Reitman because he was next on the top of my stack. I am the best. Dave Reitman. I am so good at this. Reagan Smith. Eric Jones. And then wrapping it up is double zeros. Dave Reitman. TV list. I need to write those guys down too. We got 2, 13, 11, and 43. That's our entire TV list. And that's with me adding one. I don't even know who would have won it last year because guess what? I didn't play this last year. Okay. So we got a +1 to our escape rating on our cam results. We've got a 2.5 mile length road course at Watkins Glen and 22 total turns. And I guess we're on our way. So we're going to start off rolling our black die and 2 metallic dice. We have a 4. Start with a star quality on turn number 1. Number 4 on section 6. That's a duel. We're starting with a duel. Number 4 is star quality. On a duel, we're going to do a gas check against, it's actually a 4. Number 4 car in the top group. That's Kurt Busch. He's going to start us off on that duel. If it's the middle group, start with odd. If it's the skater, do chip. Gas check, consider rig. Kurt Busch has a 5. He's got Denny Hamlin's got that chip though. Kurt Busch is just going to try and take on Kevin Harvick. That's all he's going to do. We're going to do a gas check against Kevin Harvick, see if he can take that spot. It's a 5. Kurt Busch has the gas, taking that spot from Kevin Harvick. Gets a performance boost, and Kevin Harvick is immediately having trouble in this first turn of the race. It's trouble? It's a trouble check, right? It's a trouble, duel. Trouble for the other. Yes, here we go. It is a 2. He has an escape rating of 9 plus 1. He's an escape rating of 10. He's in the clear. No loss of control for Kevin Harvick. So through our first turn, Denny Hamlin's still leading. I have to write that down too. I have to track too much information. It's Hamlin starting at race lap 1. And that was turn 1. Here we go, turn 2. It's a 2, so we're looking at the top group. Top group on this racetrack, and it's a 5. 5 is control. We're doing a control check against the top group. Chase Elliott, do you have control? No, but Jeff Gordon does. It is a 1. He's got the gas. It's against number 2, Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch has 1 brake, 2 brake, 3 brake, but he's got to spend the chip to keep the spot. Control check. Kevin Harvick's got a star control check. Oh, hold up. No, I got to give that back to Kurt Busch. See, I'm catching myself now. I'm getting these rules right. In the top group, you ignore the white die, and they're going after the top guy in the group. It would have been Denny Hamlin, who has 1, 2, 3. He's got 3, 4, 5, and it was a 5. He's got everything he needs. Was it a 5? I'd have to roll back the tape. I don't remember. For the sake of this, we're going to roll the 5 die, or the die. It's a 6. He does not have it. I feel better about it. He's going to spend the chip. Denny Hamlin's going to keep the spot, but he's got to spend that chip. Let's reset. We're going back here to our next check. That check is a control check against Kevin Harvick, who's now taking on Denny Hamlin. It is a 5, 3, 6. 5. He's got 5 gas. He's in the clear. Denny Hamlin doesn't have the brakes. You can't have the brakes for a 6. Denny Hamlin has lost the position during turn 1. Denny Hamlin is on turn 1. No, this is turn 2 now. Turn 2. It's been taken by Harvick. But we're not finished yet. Carl Edwards gets a shot here at Kevin Harvick. It is a 3. Carl Edwards has the gas. It's a 3. 1, 2. Oh, Kevin Harvick's got everything that he needs. 1, 2, 3. Can't even have 6 brakes. Kevin Harvick holds on to the spot. Right? You can't have... Max brake rating is 5. See? Look at me. I got these rules right. Control check for Kurt Busch. 6. He doesn't have the gas, unfortunately, but he could spend his chip. But Kevin Harvick has the brakes. Can Kurt Busch, who's doing this check, spend his chip whether he would lose it or not? Can challenge twice. Triples would be a problem for the challenger. Yeah, you know what? He can take it. Kurt Busch is going to spend that chip, and he's taking that lead there from Kevin Harvick. So Kevin Harvick doesn't even get to hold on. 2 is going to be continued by Kurt Busch, who is taking it later from him here in turn 2. Now we got a control check for Mr. Aric Almirola. It's a 6. It's a 2. He does not have the gas, but he's going to spend it, and he's going to take that spot. So we have already had this position get taken and changed 3 times in this turn. Second turn, and Mr. Aric Almirola, with his great starting position, has taken the lead and is kind of chilling up there at the end of the second turn. Number 3. Give me that black die. Here we go. Boom. We're talking about the top group again, and it's doubles. There's going to be a problem at the end of this turn. 8 is going to be a heat check. We are doing a heat check on this top group. You got heat, Chase Elliott? You bet you do. 1, 4. He's got a heat. 1, 2, 3. No brakes. Eric Almirola loses his spot. Chase Elliott has now taken this spot. Wild! Oh my goodness. Eric Almirola has lost his spot. This is a heat check for Jeff Gordon. Does not have it. No heat. Heat for Carl Edwards, though. It is a 2. He's got the gas. Brakes cannot be stopped on a 6 for Chase Elliott. Carl Edwards has now taken that top spot. Who would have thought we would have had this many position leaders to start the race? No heat. Heat check for Kurt Busch. Kurt Busch is already looking to take that top spot back from him. It's a 5. He's got the gas. It's a 6 on the brakes. He can't stop him either. Vroom, vroom. Kevin Harvick finds himself, or Kurt Busch. Why do I get those two mixed up? Kurt Busch finds himself back in the beginning. However, we are going to have a problem roll for someone here during this turn. On this problem roll at the top group, we're going to roll red, white, and blue. Red die is going to tell us who it is. Well, I don't think we need blue. It's number 4. Denny Hamlin's got himself some trouble. By rolling on the driver finder chart, middle group top, red and white dice. Yep, there we go. Then determined by rolling on the problem finder chart. So then we roll red and white. Red die determines top. So it is Denny Hamlin with the trouble, and our number is 21. Cut tire causes wreck out of the race. Denny Hamlin on turn 3. I'm sorry, Mr. Denny Hamlin, our pole position sitter, does not get to finish. Turn 3, 11 does not finish. Denny Hamlin, you've also brought on a yellow flag. What is going on? During yellow flag, everybody moves up. But do we cut tire? It's a yellow, so I don't think it's not trouble, right? So we're not collecting anybody, I don't think. Trouble created the yellow flag. In this case, everybody just moves up. So Jeff Gordon moves up. Eric Almirola moves up. Everybody gets to move up a spot because Denny Hamlin has already lost his position and is out of the race. Our poor TV driver, Denny Hamlin. Daniel Suarez moves up into 19th. His cut tire, he just could not come back for it. Wrecked himself into the wall. Everybody else was able to get around it. Keep themselves rolling. One car, it's just a yellow flag turn. So with a yellow flag, we're looking over here at this one. So does that mean the turn I'm on is a yellow flag? Or I need someone to tell me if yellow flag turn, it's one turn, right? I'm assuming it's this turn. I would add a second turn if it were a bigger crash. But in this case, it wasn't. In a yellow flag turn, no race cam action occurs representing the downtime turn produced by a yellow flag. In a yellow flag turn, conduct the pit. So that was 3. You know what? We're going to do ourselves a quick internet search because I want to make sure I'm getting it right. We found a post here on Board Game Geek. We'll see if that ends up being right or not. Yeah, so actually my next race is a yellow flag. So this turn, I got that actually wrong in the last time that I played. We're going to use this nice little twistable crayon here. Turn 3 is finishing. Turn 4 is going to be a yellow flag. It's, well, according to my paper, it's an orange flag. But turn 4 is the yellow flag. Kurt Busch is still chilling up there in that first place after that flag because of the crash here by Mr. Denny Hamlin, who is out of the race. Turn 5. And if I'm getting anything wrong, please comment and tell me. I want to make sure I'm getting this right, but I also don't want to bore you with all of my individual details. We've got a 3. That is our middle group here on this race. It's a 7. 7's a smart check. We're doing a smart check. Daniel Suarez has smart. Daniel Suarez, who we going after? It's a 5. He doesn't have the gas. It does not matter. Smart check for Alex Bowman. He's got 4. He's got the gas. He's going after Mr. Chase Elliott. Chase Elliott. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got the brakes. Sorry, can't take that spot. Paul Menard has the smart check. It's a 5. He doesn't have the gas. Brad Keselowski. It's got the 6. He does not have the gas. Sorry there, dude. Smart check for Martin Truex, who's got a starred. He's got the gas to do it. He's going after Landon Castle, who doesn't have the... Well, no, he's got the 1 brake bonus. He doesn't have any brakes, but he rolled a 1 on brakes. He's not taking that spot. However, Martin Truex does get the opportunity to give him another go. He's got the gas. This time he's trying to take on Jeff Gordon, who's got a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. He doesn't have it. Martin Truex Jr. takes that spot from Jeff Gordon. Smart check. Smart check? Smart check. Smart check. Yep, smart check. I don't know why I can't remember this stuff. Matt Kenseth. He's got the gas. He's taking on Martin Truex Jr., who has the brakes. He's good. Casey Kane. That's everything. That's everyone that has moved at the end of our first 5 turns, wherever I put my pencil. Kurt Busch still sits at the top of our leaderboard. Turn 6. Coming up on pits here shortly. Middle group on an 8. That's a heat check. That's a heat check. Doubles, we're going to add a break, or we're going to have a problem for this group. So this is our middle. It's an 8. It's going to be a heat check. It's a heat check, and we're going to have a problem. Let's not forget. We're going to keep this up here. It's going to be a problem. Daniel Suarez has the gas. He's taking on Landon Castle, who doesn't have the brakes at all. Landon Castle loses that spot. I didn't know how long he was going to be able to stay up there in that top group. That was going to be problematic for him. It's a heat check. Kyle Larson's got a starred heat check. He's going to get 2 passes at this. He's got the gas. He's taking on Eric Almirola, who, again, has no brakes, but he gets the bonus, even though it's a 1, so Eric gets to keep his spot. Kyle Larson, he's taking another pass at it. He's got the 5. He's got the gas. He's taking on Martin Truex, who no one can top those 6 brakes. Martin Truex falls in position to Kyle Larson. Mark Martin has a heat check. It's a 4. He's got the gas. He's taking on Carl Edwards in the number 2 spot. Carl Edwards, however, has the brakes, and he's in the clear. Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's a 4. He's got the gas. He's taking on Carl Edwards. Carl's got the brakes. He's good. Heat check for Matt Kenseth. Everybody left in this group has heat. He does not have the gas. Casey Kane. That's a 1. He's got it. That was a 1 as I pick up the die and mess it up. He's taking on Carl Edwards, who also rolled a 1. He still has the brakes. And Greg Biffle, he's trying to make a move. He's got 5. He does not have the gas, so that's a problem for him. We are going to have a problem, though. Here's our problem chart. Red and white. Here we go. We have to find... We were looking at the middle group, right? If there's doubles, you do it to the group. So it's the middle group that we're looking at here. We only need the red and white die. It is a 25. That is driver 2 odd. Driver 2 odd. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has himself a problem. Uh-oh, Dale. What's wrong with you, dude? 25. Cooling problem. Roll for repair. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has a repair. This is the first. We are still in the first third of the race. This is a problem. He's got a pit of A. So as long as he's under 11, he's in the clear. It's a 6. Dale Earnhardt is repaired. But guess what? Roll for repair. I believe he goes to the bottom of everything. Problem. Repair is good. He goes to the bottom. Dale Earnhardt. But now we have to fill the gap, so we're going to do a gas check here for Justin Haley. He's got the gas, and everybody moves on up. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has fallen to the back of the pack. Does he have what it takes to get himself back up into the higher point totals? I don't know. Everybody moving up. I'm going to have to get me one of those mats. They are cool looking and probably would help me stay on top of this bottom group that, for whatever reason, turns out to be a mess for me every time. All right, we are going into the pits. It is a pit turn now. After that problem there for Dale Earnhardt Jr. We're going to roll metallic and black. For the pit, the metallic means in the... One of these days I'll remember this stuff. I don't do the pits enough to remember. So for the pits, switch those positions in top and bottom. What happens if I roll a bottom group? No, 4 on this one is the middle. So 2s and 5s are going to switch. 2s and 5s are going to switch spots. Right? Right? Let's check our rule book here for a pit, just so I can see their little example to make sure I got that. But this is going way faster than last time. I'm only 45 minutes in, and I'm already a third of the way through this race. Probably could be going much faster, but that's okay. Switch them, no doubles. Check to see which group has a chance for a fast pit. It was a 4, so it's the... Do I roll again for the fast pit? Or do I move... Oh, it's top and bottom. So it's 5 and 2 in both sections. I might have gotten that one wrong, too. Eric Almirola moves up. Kevin Harvick takes his spot. Is that right? Yeah. If it were doubles that have been a pit lane violation, and then he'd move to the back of the bottom, fill the gap. Now we're looking group 4, which is our middle group. We're going to do checks for fast pits, right? 3 and 4 is middle. It's a 4, so that's what we're checking against. If they're successful, they get a fast pit, and then we swap them all around. So we're doing fast pits here. If the... No change. Fast pit. Nothing for Landon Castle. And the fast pit check is successful if the number that they have is, they get a roll. If the roll is less than or equal to, then they get a chip. All right, so this one here was for Martin Truex. He got an 8 and he rolled a 5, so he gets a chip. Got it. Justin Haley has a 5. He gets himself a chip. Look at Justin Haley getting a chip. Team working. That is a 7. Matt Kenseth gets a chip. Brad Keselowski gets a chip just barely. Rolled an 8. Jeff Gordon does not get a chip. Casey Mears does not get a chip. That was a 12. That just kicked him while he was down. Mark Martin with his fast pit of 6 gets a chip. Oh, excuse me. Alex Bowman does not get a chip. Paul Menard gets a chip. Casey Kane is good. And Greg Biffle gets a chip. That's our group. So everybody here, Mark Martin is going to switch spots with Alex Bowman. Brad Keselowski is going to change with him. Matt Kenseth. Yeah, this is how this switching happens, and everybody ends up being where they're supposed to be. That's way easier to do it that way. And if there were any blue chips over here in the pits, they'd also move up. We roll the top chip against the top black die against the top group racer, and he gets a gas check to see if he can take the spot. Number 2, Eric Almirola gets a gas check. If he's good, he takes the top position coming out of the pits. It's a 2. Eric Almirola takes the position from Kurt Busch coming out of the pits. I think that's right. Use the Challenger's gas pedal. If it's equal to or less, they switch. Performance chip is not in existence. Eric Almirola takes the position at the end of the 6th turn pit. Nope, 7th turn. Kyle Busch loses his spot. Kyle Busch had it through 6. At the end of Almirola, it's 7. I'm also feeling like I'm not tracking the turns in which somebody had their lead right. But we'll figure it out. We'll get it right, I guess. I should have written names down on my list because I feel like I don't know the cars well enough to be able to keep track of it. But it is what it is. We are on turn number 8. Oh, no, it landed in my friend's Lego setup here. I am way up here. You can't even see it on the camera. It's a 2. We're talking about the top group, and it's a 10 coming out. We got trouble. We got trouble in the top group, including the leader. We're going to be doing an escape check. They get a +1 to their escape. As long as if the roll is greater than their escape rating, we roll for trouble. Yes. Fill the gap if there was trouble. And if there is trouble and drivers get all collected, it becomes a big old mess. We could also be doing the big one, which is if 3 or more drivers, this is like an alternate rule, but if 3 or more drivers in the top group or 6 in the middle group, then it trickles down all the way to take everybody out. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe it'll be fun. Sure, we're going to do the big one. I'll roll for a flipping everybody if it comes to pass. We are rolling for an escape check for Eric Almirola. He's got it's escape +1, so he's got an 8. Oh, no! Eric Almirola! He gets caught up in it. Rolling for Carl Edwards. He's got an escape of 10. That's a 9. Oh, he's lucky, my dude. Kurt Busch. 6. Well, it's an 8 because... All right, Chase Elliott with his +1 is an 8. Oh, no, Chase Elliott. He got caught up in it. This is going to be a yellow flag because we've got 2 cars at minimum. If there's a third one, we got a big problem. Kyle Larson only has a 5 with his +1. It's a 6. It's an 8. Kyle Larson. Oh, no, this is the big one. All of these people are crashing. Kevin Harvick rolls at 11. Oh, Lord almighty. Daniel Suarez. He somehow squirts around it. In a big one, we roll all the way down. So what I need to know now, we've got +3 in the top. Do we take... We'll roll into the next group down. So if we get 6 out of the middle, we'll take out the bottom group too. Greg Biffle's a 10. Greg Biffle gets caught up in it. Oh my. Casey Kane gets out of it. Paul Menard. He is in the clear. Mark Martin. He's good. Brad Keselowski. He's good. Matt Kenseth. Hold up. There's a way that you can use a chip. This is trouble. Can be used to avoid trouble. You know what? Greg Biffle, now that I'm trying to get these rules right here, he's going to spend his chip to avoid that trouble. Matt Kenseth, this roll is for you. You're spending your chip to avoid the trouble. Justin Haley has spent his chip to avoid trouble. Martin Truex Jr. is good. Casey Mears is good. Jeff Gordon is good because of his +1. Alex, oh my goodness! This happened last time. Oh, that's a 12 for Alex Bowman. He got caught. He does not have a chip. Landon Castle, he's good. So we're not going to trickle all the way down, but now we do. We have 2 yellow flags. So we're going to have 2 yellow flags on the next 2 turns. This one, why is this crayon not working right? Yeah, did you ever hear anybody say that? It's going to be 2 yellows as a result of that giant mess. And we also don't have our race leader. If yellow flag from problem, just move everybody up. So Carl Edwards is going to become our new leader here in just a moment. After we got out of trouble, we're going to be doing repair ratings because they did not escape. And then everybody here, you know what? We're going to move everybody up now because this is Greg Biffle climbs into 4th. Casey Kane climbs into 5th. Paul Menard into 6th. Mark Martin into 7th. Brad Keselowski 8. Kenseth 9. Haley 10. Truex Jr. 11. Casey Mears 12. Jeff Gordon 13. Landon Castle 14. And this bottom group of bubble guys all get to climb up here. And here we're going to find out what happens. We're going to do some repair rolls. Repair, there is no change on this course. So, starting with Eric Almirola, we're going to be doing a repair check. If his roll is greater than his repair rating, he's out of the race. His repair is a C. We are on the second third of this race. Yep, that's right. It's a C on the second third for trouble. He's got to roll 7 or under. He is good. He finds himself down here. Chase Elliott is a C. He's got to have 7 or under. What is happening? Why can I not hold on to these dice to save my life? And this time, just like last time, I have no idea where it went. Jeez, I need a bigger table. I don't know what I need. Bigger hands, maybe? How did it get all the way over there? All right, here we go. This is our Chase Elliott roll. It's a 6. He's good. Kyle Larson, he's a C. He's also got to be 7 or under. It is a 7. He is just clear. Kevin Harvick check. He's an A. He's got 9. He's good. And Alex Bowman. He's a B. He's got to have a 8. Everybody comes out clear in that one. No one crashed out of the race, which is kind of crazy considering. I mean, I guess there were a bunch of performance chips, but almost everybody in that group, if not not everybody, but almost everybody there was in that top group, and definitely are going to have a hard time climbing back up. All right, so with that crash, that takes us to the 11th turn. Eric Almirola was only there in 7th. Taking the spot in 8th is Carl Edwards. And amazingly enough, he gets to hold on to that through some extra turns just because of the yellow flag. We are, like I said, this is turn 11. 4 is the middle group. It is, oh my, another set of doubles. It is a star check, but we're going to have another problem check here against the middle. Austin Dillon, are you a star? You are a star, my good sir. I'm going to put this over here just to remember that we got to do that problem check. 4, he does not have the gas. Are you a star? Star. David Gilliland is a star. He's got the gas. He's taking on Paul Menard. Paul Menard has 1, 2. Not a star. He's going to spend his chip to keep his spot. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is a star. He's got the gas because he only rolled a 2. He is taking on Paul Menard. 1, 2. Paul Menard loses his spot to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Justin Haley's a star. He's got the gas. He's taking on Casey Kane. 1, 2, 3. Casey Kane's got to spend his chip to keep his spot. Matt Kenseth is a star. He's got the gas. He's taking on Mr. Greg Biffle with a 5. 1, 2, 3. Greg Biffle, he does not have it in him to keep that spot. And here comes Brad Keselowski, last week's race winner. He's got a starred star. He's got the gas. He's taking on Mark Martin with a 2. Mark Martin has what he needs, but we're going to find out because in a tie, resolve the challenge, then we're going to roll to find out who loses them. We're going to find out, though, if they've got to keep it or not. An odd, even they both keep. So neither of them spent their chip. Nothing has changed. Coming up on turn 12. 5 is our bottom group. We've not looked at the bottom group much. Oh, wait, we didn't do our problem. We'll keep this roll, but we have to find out who had the problem. This is an 11. We're going to be doing a problem here for the bottom group as well. However, we needed to find out we had a problem to solve up here. So we need to do our problem chart, which is right here. I'm going to roll red and white. I caught it. I need to be better about remembering this stuff. 15 on our middle group is driver 1 odd. Oh, no, it's Greg Biffle after he lost that spot. What's happening to Greg Biffle? 65. Pit crew error to the bottom of the bottom group. Oh, man, everybody here moves up. It was just an error. No, I looked at the wrong one. Black smoke from under the hood. Not an odd problem. Black smoke from under the hood. We need to roll to find out if he's good. So we need to remember there's a problem on our next turn. I should have held that in place. Here we're finding out what the problem is for repair for Greg Biffle. He's got a in the middle third, a 9. He rolls an 8. He's repaired. He's down at the bottom of that group anyway. Yes, he's all the way down there anyway. So that worked out. But we do have to fill the gap because Michael McDowell, can you fill the gap? No, sir. Danica Patrick? No, ma'am. Marcus Ambrose? Yes, sir. Marcus Ambrose climbs his way up to fill that spot. He says, thank you, team. I will take it. All right. Now we're back to our next turn, which is turn 12. And 12 is going to be our problem roll against this middle group. We have not rolled the 5, or it's the bottom problem roll. Right? Here we go. Red and white dice, bottom group. Red and white. You know what? I'm also realizing that I did a driver incorrectly here as well in the last race. I'm figuring it out. 41 is driver 10, because this is number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Joey Logano has himself some trouble. Joey Logano with a 41. Battery change. Drop to front of bottom group. Driver already in bottom group. Move to end of group, not front. All right. Sorry, Joey Logano. You and your problem. You're back there now, too. I'm feeling better now that I'm realizing that I had done things wrong and I'm catching them this time rather than just kind of plowing forward with it. Turn 13. These I need. Turn 13. Aha! It is a duel. Number 8. Number 6 cars in the middle group. So we start with the odd side. And I think Marcus Ambrose is going to try to take that spot from Justin Haley. Unless do the duels try to go up, start with the odd, and are they trying to take the next group up? It was a duel, roll to 5 in the top group. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's going to try and take on Justin Haley. Marcus Ambrose is going to try to take on Justin Haley. He's feeling all right with that 3 gas. He does not get it, and he's got himself some trouble. It's a problem. It's a trouble. I'm trying to get the language right. It's a problem if he fails the duel. It's trouble. If the instigator loses, it's trouble. All right. Trouble for Marcus Ambrose. It's a 7. And we're putting it against his repair rating here in the middle. It's an 8 in the middle. He's okay. Marcus Ambrose is just kind of chilling there. Austin Dillon is also going to take on Justin Haley. He's going to try for it. Boom! It's a 3. Austin Dillon's got it. He has taken that spot. And oh no, Justin Haley has a trouble roll. He's only got an E. He needs under a 5. He doesn't get it. If it's trouble, his repair rating, he is out of the race. Justin Haley on turn 13 crashes out. Sorry, Justin Haley. Fill the gap if no yellow flag. If yellow flag, how do you get a yellow flag? He's just out. He had trouble. Yellow flag if 1 or 2 cars collected. If yellow flag from problem, just move drivers up. No, it's okay. Hold on. I'm catching myself again. He has an escape rating of 4. He does not escape. That's what this roll is. He does not escape. So now we need to find out if he's got damage. Now we find out if he's got damage. So he is an E in the middle. He's got to be under 5. He actually is able to repair. He does not fall out of the race. So that makes me feel a little better again. Got to get it right. He does not crash out of the race because I had to do a escape check first. Had to do an escape check first. Since he escaped, roll again for trouble, then we go to yellow flag. All right, so there is a yellow flag problem. As a result of the yellow flag, everyone just moves up. And we're going to go into yellow flag because of that problem. Look at this. This feels like a much cleaner race than the last one. As I realized that I got half the stuff wrong last time. I need my crayon. So this is turn 13. And then turn 14 is the one that becomes a yellow flag. There's a lot of yellow flag turns in this race. Whew. I don't think I marked any in the last race. I did everything wrong in that last one. Oh, my. So there's no gap filling. Justin Haley slides down to the bottom. Carl Edwards is still chilling there at the top. He might be getting a performance chip here soon because we're moving on to turn 15. This is the last third of the race. Yeah, that's where we are. This and this. Boom. It's a 5. 5 is our bottom group. And it's a 9. 9 is a skill check. So we're going to be doing a skill check all the way up on this bottom group to see if there's anybody that's able to move up into that next group. If it's the middle group, red is even or odd. The red die determines even or odd. So we're doing a skill check across everybody down here against everybody up here. Justin Haley, we start from the bottom. Yep, here we go. He's got the gas. He's against number 3. Even Jeff Gordon, 1-2. Jeff Gordon holds his spot. Joey Logano gets a skill check, but he's got a starred one so he can go twice, but he doesn't have the gas on that first try. It's a 1. He's taking on Mr. Paul Menard. 1-2. Paul Menard's got 2 against the 1. Paul Menard holds his spot. Greg Biffle does not have the gas. Kevin Harvick. He's got the gas. It's 1. He's taking on Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon has 1-2. He's got what he needs. He is good. Kyle Larson. Lots of skill drivers down here in the bottom. Kyle Larson rolling. It's 1. He's got the gas against number 3. Odd. Landon Castle. Landon Castle's got nothing. Landon Castle loses his spot. No brakes to stop him. To take from losing that spot. Oh, my goodness. Skill check for Chase Elliott. Doesn't have the gas. Skill check for Eric Almirola. He's got the gas. He's taken on Casey Mears, who's been silent this entire time after being a TV driver for the week. It's 5. He's got nothing to be able to keep it from happening. Eric Almirola takes his spot from Casey Mears. Dale Earnhardt Jr. with a skill check. Doesn't have the gas. Eric Jones. Doesn't have the gas. Ryan Blaney, we've not heard his name once this race. He's got the gas. He's taking on Austin Dillon. Austin Dillon definitely doesn't have a way to stop it. Austin Dillon gives up his spot. Ryan Newman. He's got the gas against an even number 5. David Gilliland. He's got the skill, but no brakes. Ryan Newman takes his spot from David Gilliland. Kyle Busch. Again, another driver that was in the top last race that we heard nothing from. 4-4-3. He's got the gas. He's taking on even number 4, David Reagan. David Reagan has nothing to stop it. Jimmy Johnson. He's got the gas. He's taking on an odd number 1, Ryan Blaney. He's only got the skill check. He loses his spot. Clint Boyer. It's a 4. He's got the gas. He's taking on an even number 4, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch has so much brakes. He's so good. He's in the clear. And Chris Buescher doesn't have the gas. So that's the end of our bottom check there. That is turn 15. Edwards has taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He needs 2 more turns and he gets a performance chip if he's able to hold on to that top position. We are on turn 16. It's the bottom group again. And we got a 7. That's a smart check against the bottom group. Smart. I don't think I've done a smart check for anybody yet. Alex Bowman. No gas. Kevin Harvick. He's got the gas. Taking on an odd number 4, Paul Menard. Paul Menard, 1, 2. He's only got the 2. Loses his spot. Chase Elliott has a starred smart, so he gets 2 goes at this. He does not have the gas on the first roll. Does he on the second? No, sir. He fails both checks. Reagan Smith, another name. Quiet this race. He's got the gas. He's taking on an even number 3, Mr. Jeff Gordon. However, Jeff Gordon's got all the brakes in the world. He's good. Jamie McMurray doesn't have the gas. Ryan Blaney, to you. He's got the gas. He's taking on an even number 3. He's taking Jeff Gordon to the bank. Jeff Gordon cannot stop at number 6, Blue. Ryan Blaney takes that spot. Smart for Tony Stewart. He loves his road courses, right? He's got the gas. He's taking on an odd number 5, AJ Allmendinger. He's only got 1 smart. Tony Stewart takes that spot. Clint Boyer has the gas. He's taking on an odd number 1, Jimmy Johnson, with a 4. 1, 2. Jimmy Johnson loses his spot. Clint Boyer moving up into 9th place. Matt DiBenedetto. He's got the gas, but barely. Taking on an odd number 2, Eric Almirola with a 3. All he's got is the smart. He cannot keep Matt DiBenedetto from taking his position. Eric Almirola, who led this race for at least 2 laps or 2 turns, 2 different turns, falls all the way to the bottom. He's in the bottom group. So lead changes. Carl Edwards took it in the 8th. 8, 9, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We are going into the pits. Can Carl Edwards hold this position? Going into the pits. We're going to roll these metallic dice. 5 and 1 are going to be switching spots. 5 and 1. switching spots. I wonder, can you use a performance chip to stop a pit change from happening? However, he can use one at the end of a pit turn to obtain or preserve leader status. Sounds like UPS is dropping stuff off at my house. Give me just a moment. I'm going to make sure the package comes in. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. And what was I looking at? We were looking to find out if a race car driver could use a chip to keep themselves from losing their spot in the pit. But I'm not seeing anything about it. So for now, we're going to say no, they can't. They're going to hold on to it. Black die. Is a 3. So we'll look at the middle group. We're going to do fast pit checks against all these guys. Starting at the bottom. No fast pit for Michael McDowell. No fast pit for Marcus Ambrose. Fast pit for Clint Boyer, though. Fast pit for Brad Keselowski. He's got himself 2 chips now. Yeah, fast pit for Kevin Harvick. My brain fried there for a second. Kyle Busch. It's 3. Kyle Larson gets one. 7. No fast pit for Ryan Blaney. Nothing for Matt DiBenedetto. It's a 5. Martin Truex gets a second chip as well. Fast pit for Tony Stewart. He's good. And Ryan Newman is a 4. He's got a fast pit as well. All right, so we're going to do the the driver moving. Last time I moved all the guys with 2 chips up, but I'm not even sure that that's the right case. So we're not doing that this time. We're just going to do the swapping until somebody tells me otherwise. Brad Keselowski moves up here. Because part of me feels like it's the same, like if they have to, they just get to do it twice, not that their car is doubly fast. They're just moving quickly like anybody else is. And then we're going to do a top dive check. Number 2, Daniel Suarez. Oh, Daniel Suarez, look at this guy up here. Does he have it in him? Can he take that spot from Carl Edwards? He cannot. Carl Edwards gets to hold that position, and at the end of the pit, Carl Edwards gets himself a performance chip for holding on to that position since the 8th turn of the race. We find ourselves with 5 turns left to go, turn 18. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow. It's a 7. That was a 1, and I just fat fingered it when I picked it up, but it's a duel. It was a duel. 7 is Fume and Feud, but thankfully I don't have anybody in there because I haven't started playing with the rules that say, hey, go put somebody in that spot if they get pissed off. So that means I guess we roll again on a duel. Fume Feud. If no driver and the turn. There's nobody on that turn. Right? Right. So that turn just finishes that way. Carl Edwards still sitting in that lead position. It is a 5. We're looking at the bottom group with a roll of 6. We are doing a reflex check. Boom, boom. Reflex check. Joey Logano. He has the gas. He has taken on an odd number 2, Kyle Larson, with a 4. Which one are we doing? 6, which is reflex. 1 reflex. That's all, but Kyle Larson's going to spend his chip to hold his spot. Greg Biffle has a reflex check. He has the gas. It's a odd 6. Michael McDowell definitely does not have what he needs to hold anybody off. Michael McDowell falls all the way down there at the bottom. He's the one who got that yellow triangle that I'm still not even sure how that works. But we're getting there. My phone is also going off the hook in the middle of this. I don't know what's happening. We are looking at Alex Bowman. Paul Menard has a reflex check. 2, 5. See, these videos would be way better if they were just streams, because then people would be more willing to be like, oh, he was busy. And it's okay if he got up and walked away. Paul Menard passes this. Wow. With his only 3 gas, he's good. Looking at number 5 even. Ryan Blaney is in trouble, but it's only 1. He has the reflex check. He's in the clear. Bam, 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 bam. Dave Reitman. Rolling for Dave. He passes an even number 6, Marcus Ambrose. Marcus, unfortunately, does not have what it takes to hold him off. That is greater than his brakes. No, Reagan Smith has a reflex check. Red, white, blue. Oof. He passes gas. An odd number 3. Kevin Harvick. 1, 2, 3. But he's got to spend his chip. He's going to hold his spot. Jeff Burton. 2. Jeff Burton passes gas. It's an even number 4. Brad Keselowski has 4. 1, 2, 3. But that's all he's got. He's going to have to spend that chip. This middle group gets no bonuses. Reflex for Austin Dillon. Does not have the gas. Reflex for Jimmy McMurray. He has the gas. It's an even number 5. Ryan Blaney. 1. Sorry, Ryan Blaney. You lose. Good day, sir. Ryan Blaney, yeah, he only had the 1 reflex, not skill. No, Jeff Gordon has the gas. It's an odd number 1. Tony Stewart, 1. He's got to spend it. He's keeping his spot. Tony Stewart spent his spot. AJ Allmendinger. He's got the gas, but barely. It's an odd number 6. Greg Biffle is being taken on. He's got 1, 2. He's got the breaks he needs. Greg Biffle holds on. Jimmy Johnson with a reflex check. He's got the gas. It's an odd number 5. Matt DiBenedetto. 6. There's nothing he can do. Matt was so happy to get up there to that middle group. And Jimmy Johnson says, We got Danica Patrick. She's our last check for this group. It is a 6. She does not have the gas. Sorry, Danica. Carl Edwards still holding on going into the 20th turn. It's a 7. Looking at the bottom group again. A smart check. A smart check on the bottom group. Not. Oh, we got Michael McDowell. Oh, we got to know what this triangle means. What does the triangle mean? What does there? If red 6 during quality challenge or duel, they have an immediate problem. All right. So this is our Michael McDowell check. If I get a red 6 on him, he's got a problem. Michael McDowell, you're good. You've got the gas. Holy cow. 5, an even 5. Jamie McMurray, 1. We're looking at smart. 2. The die beats Jamie McMurray, and Michael McDowell takes the spot from him. Got a smart check for Alec Bowman. He's got the gas. It's against an odd 5. Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson has 2 stars. He's good. Smart check against Paul Menard. He's got the gas against an odd 6. Greg Biffle, 1. Sorry, Greg Biffle. You lose your spot. Paul Menard has pulled himself back up into the middle group. Smart check for Chase Elliott. He's got a starred smart. Does not have the gas on the first roll. Does not have the gas on the second roll. That is the second time that has happened on the smart checks for him. Marcus Ambrose has a starred smart as well. He's got the gas, the even 6 against Dave Reitman. Is he going to take that spot right back from him? He is, because Dave Reitman's got nothing to even think about stopping that. These two are jockeying for position the entire second half of this race. Reagan Smith. He's got the gas. It's against an even 6. Marcus Ambrose. He's got the smart because it's starred smart. He's got the brakes. He gets to hold that spot for at least another go round. Here's Ryan Blaney. It is a Ryan Blaney. He's got the gas. He is a even 4 against Brad Keselowski. 1, 2, 3. Brad Keselowski's good. He gets to hold it. Jeff Gordon is smart. He's got the gas against an odd 4. Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer has got 2 stars. He doesn't need to spend it. He is in the clear. AJ Allmendinger. He does not have the gas. Matt DiBenedetto does not have the gas. Eric Almirola does not have the gas. So we have 2 remaining turns. Can Carl Edwards hold off the competition to finish this race? It is a 1. We are looking at the top group. I don't know. It's a 9. 9 is a skill check. Whoo, doggy. Mark Martin. What was that now? Everybody's just talking to me and talking to me, talking to me. Here we go. Mark Martin with a skill check. Red, white, and blue. He's taking on Carl Edwards. Can they hold it off? He's got the gas. It's a 5. One, Carl Edwards will lose this position because he can't do anything about it. Carl Edwards is going to lose the spot because he can't do anything about it. So the question is, he doesn't have the brakes, right? It's a 5. 1, he does not have skill, but he does have 2 brakes. So he's got 3. He's not going to be able to hold off Mark Martin. But it's an even odd roll to see who, if it's even, they both hold their chips. And Carl Edwards loses the spot in the 21st turn. Carl Edwards is able to hold that for that many spots. And Mark Martin comes in with 2 turns to go and takes that top spot. This is a 9. 9 is a skill check. There is no skill on Kurt Busch. There's no skill on Casey Kane. There is skill on Matt Kenseth, though. He's got the gas. It's a 1. Mark Martin has 2 brake bonus. He's able to hold it off, but barely. Nah, 3. I guess he's okay. Skill check on Daniel Juarez. Look at this guy. Daniel Juarez has the gas, but Mark Martin is able to hold him off. Daniel Suarez just kind of chilling up there. He's been sitting there for the top. It's crazy. And no skill check for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Mark Martin has taken this spot and held it. And now we go into our final turn of the race. Here it is, final turn of the unnamed race at Watkins Glen International. It's top group. It is doubles. Top group and doubles. Add problem to indicated group. Yeah. And it's a 10. So we have trouble. This is top group trouble on the last lap. What? I swear I have to be doing something wrong. But I'm not. This is the way literally the dice have been coming out. Last group. Last turn trouble with doubles, which means also a problem will come out, right? Is it problem? If final turn in doubles, resolve the problem first. So we're going to have the problem, and then we're going to end up having... Yes, we're going to have the problem first, and then we're going to have the trouble. So here's our problem. We're going to find out our problem with red and white in the top group. It is a 42. Red die indicates, unless it's double, it is the number 4 driver. Casey Kane has a problem. Casey Kane on the final turn of the race has a 64. Engine trouble. Roll for repair. This is a problem. Final third, Casey Kane has a C. He needs snake eyes. Otherwise, he is out of the race. Casey Kane on the final turn cannot finish the race. Turn 22, Casey Kane, number 5, does not finish. That is an awful way for this race to finish for Mr. Casey Kane. Unable to win. To not to win. Wait, did I do that right again, or did I screw that up again? So that is a problem. Yeah, no, his role, it's a problem. He's having a problem. He's not having trouble. There's our problem. He's got the problem. Now we go through and fill the gap. Is it fill the gap? Is it fill the gap? Do I fill the gap? Do I fill the gap? After a problem, does the gap get filled? When a driver... There's no yellow flag on this one. No yellow flag. So that means nobody just moves up. This means we have to fill the gap. Right? It's got to be. Ryan Newman, that's a 4. He fills the gap. All these guys move up. I think we're doing this right. This is what we're going with. This feels like it makes more sense. And we're going to see if Danica has the ability to fill the gap. She does. Danica Patrick moves herself up into that middle group. But we still have a problem, or we still have trouble on this final turn, and things can go sideways very quickly, as we've already seen. We've not had a lot of drivers disqualified or not finishing this race, but things can end up going real wonky here. We're going to be doing an escape check. This is a +1 to escape check because it is the final race, but here we go. If the roll is greater than their escape rating, we roll them in for trouble. Mark Martin, he is in the clear. So Mark Martin is going to end up probably finishing this race. Unless, no, because it's going to go to yellow flag and you can't finish the race on a yellow flag. That's a 9. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. is in trouble. That's a 9 because even with his +1, he's only at 8. Daniel Suarez. Daniel Suarez escapes narrowly. Matt Kenseth escapes. Kurt Busch escapes. 3, Carl Edwards escapes. 6, Ryan Newman escapes. So the only driver here that has a problem, everybody else here is going to end up just moving up. But we have to roll to find out what happens here with Mr. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Also, would have loved to have been able to stay at that top spot, but that just was not going to work out for him. All day, Stenhouse Jr. has been there at the top of that group. And just today happened to be the day that on the last lap of the race, he crashes and doesn't take anybody else out with him. But what the heck? That's got to be the worst feeling in the world. We are doing it is going to be a yellow flag. So this is going to be a yellow flag on a new lap because we can't finish. If yellow flag on last turn, do another turn. All right, so we're going to do one more turn. Pardon me. since it's a yellow flag, we're going to do everybody just moves up, and then we're going to do a trouble roll, escape roll. He did not escape, so now we're going to do a trouble roll. He's got a C. We are in the last third. He's got to be under 5. He rolls a 5 or 5 and under. Ricky Stenhouse is able to stay in the race. Unfortunately, it's going to put him right there at the very end. But thanks to that crash, and we got that yellow flag, we have to go with one more turn. What I don't know is, should that turn have been marked as a yellow flag? I feel like I've skipped a couple turns here. I need some clarification on the yellow flag piece of things, because I'm not 100% certain if I should be yellow flagging the turn I'm on, or if I yellow flag and then skip a turn, essentially, so that we lose some turns during the race. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to get some clarification on it. It's not clicking for me. But we're going to treat this as if there was one last turn in this race because of that yellow flag. Here we go. 5. It is a bottom group check against a 5. That's a control check here on the bottom. What do we got going? Ricky Stenhouse Jr., does he have the time to be able to climb himself out? He's got the gas. It's against an odd number 3. Sorry there. Clint Boyer. This is a 5. It's a control check. He's got the 1 star. That's all he needed. He's gonna hold his spot. Control check for Joey Logano. He's got the gas against an even number 2. Kyle Busch. 1, 2. Oh, it's a 5 though. 1, 2. This is a control check. 3. He's gonna spend his chip because he doesn't have what he needs to be able to hold it off. This is a control check. I don't know why I can't remember that. Control. Jamie McMurray. Is he going to climb up a bit? He does not have the gas. How about Alex Bowman? Do you have the gas? Alex Bowman has the gas. It's against an even number 3. Brad Keselowski. 1, 2, 3. He's got everything he needs. He is in the clear. Control for Landon Castle. He has the gas against a even number 5. Marcus Ambrose, who only has 1. Landon Castle here at the very end is setting Marcus Ambrose all the way down. This extra turn has just messed with everybody's day. Landon Castle finds himself climbed up into 16th place. Way better in points than down there in the 30s and 40s like Marcus Ambrose is now. We got a control check for Casey Mears. He's got the gas, but barely. It's against an odd number 2. Kevin Harvick, who needs a 5. 1 control, 2 control, 3 control, 4 control, but that's not enough control. There is no extra spot. Kevin Harvick loses to Casey Mears, TV driver, stepping up here at the end. Dale Earnhardt Jr., is he able to make a last-second push in this extended race? He does not have the gas. Dave Rootman, he's got the gas against an even number 4. Michael McDowell, he does not have what he needs. Unfortunately for Michael McDowell, he loses his spot. Control roll for Eric Jones. Does not have the gas. Control roll for Reagan Smith. He's got the 3. He's got the gas he needs against an odd number 1, Kyle Larson. And Kyle Larson, there's no way he's beating that 6 break. Kyle Larson falls. Jeff Burton. It is a gas pass. It's an odd number 3, Clint Boyer. He's got 1 star, so he's in the clear. David Reagan. It is a gas pass against an odd number 1, Reagan Smith. It's a 6. Reagan Smith. Oh, boy. Sorry. Reagan Smith loses to David Reagan. Control for Jeff Gordon. It's a 4. He's got the gas against an even number 5. Landon Castle, who's got nothing but 1 control to hold that spot. Sorry, Landon Castle. Jeff Gordon was just too powerful here at the end. AJ Allmendinger. He does not have the gas. Matt DiBenedetto. He's got the gas against an odd number 4. Jimmy Johnson. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since this is a control check, Jimmy Johnson has what he needs because this is the starred control. And Eric Almirola does not have the gas. That is how the unnamed Watkins Glen's race finishes. Our final standings are as follows, assuming I did everything right, which I'm certain that I did not. First place is number 55, Mark Martin. Mark Martin started down in 13th. Second place, the surprising number 19, Daniel Suarez. Daniel Suarez started at the top of the bottom. That's very exciting. Matt Kenseth, number 20, finishes in 3rd. Kurt Busch in 4th. Carl Edwards in 5th. Ryan Newman in 6th. Stewart in 7th. Truex Jr. in 8th. David Reagan in 9. Kyle Busch in 10. Number 13, Casey Mears in 11th. Number 2, last week's winner, Brad Keselowski in 12th. Clint Boyer in 13th place. David Reutemann. I need to learn how to say his name if I'm going to keep playing with this set. Reutemann, who was not even qualified for the last race. Number 48, Jimmy Johnson. Jeff Gordon. Paul Menard. Danica Patrick, who crashed out last race, finishes in 18th place. Chris Buescher, I believe, also crashed out of last race. Finishes 19th. Whew, my hand hurts already. Number 43, Almirola. That's not how he expected his day to go when he started 2 total race, or he led the race twice. DiBenedetto. Number 47, Allmendinger. Landon Castle. Reagan Smith. Number 38, Dave Gilliland. 12, Ryan Blaney. Number 3, Austin Dillon. 31, Jeff Burton. 51, Kyle Larson. 77 is Eric Jones. For some reason, I just wrote his full name. 95 is Michael McDowell. We're coming in just under 2 hours on this race. I'm okay with that. I'm still slow, but you know what? I should probably take down the other races because I don't want people thinking that I'm doing it right, because I'm not. Number 4, Mr. Kevin Harvick. Number 9, Chase Elliott. Ambrose. Wait, there's 2 number 9s? 2 number 9s! There's a Chase 9 and a Marcus Ambrose 9. What is that? I caught a problem. 16, Greg Biffle. Alex Bowman at 23. Jamie McMurray. Joey Logano way down there at the bottom. Justin Haley gets to finish. And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Unfortunately, we had 2 drivers crash out. That was Casey Kane. And it was Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin also was rail bombed, I'm sure, because he started the race in pole position. And he crashed in the 3rd lap of the race. Well, that was a fun time. I enjoyed it. I'm going to get a little bit more clarification on yellow flags because I still don't think I'm doing that part right. But I think I got almost everything else right this time around in most cases, or at least I caught it after I tried doing it wrong. Yeah. So thanks for sticking with me. This is another fun race, and I'm thinking I'm getting close to the point where I can do the race the way that I want to do them, which is keep league. But if we're doing it right, we'll get there. Thanks, and I'll talk to you later. See ya.